Virtual reality, its time is right now. Part of what's extraordinary is this is a mobile-first technology, so we're out of the headset already. You're seeing Facebook 360, YouTube 360, and Verizon and AOL's plays into 360 is really exciting. So this is in everybody's pocket right now, and I think that's the real breakthrough, is we're seeing a real fundamental platform shift in the way that people can consume video. And so, that's what we've been excited for the last year and a half, to be really pushing the boundaries with news and journalism for that.
So when everybody talks about this in the context of putting on these headsets, or even the Google Cardboard headset, or we talk about Oculus, just in terms of describing it to our audience, that's not what we're talking about in this instance. You think that the immediate opportunity is different?
Look, I think that the headset experience is absolutely terrific. When people put on the headset for the first time, they are transported to the center of one of these stories. In a far-off place, they can see scale, scope of disaster, see news as never before. So in the headset, it really is truly immersive and pretty extraordinary. But what we're really excited about is how we, not only create content for the headset, but also for the consumer on their mobile phone.
Right. If somebody is watching right now, and they go to RYOT.com, they're not going to you, right? They're going to a company that sells products.
Well, we're RYOT.HuffingtonPost.com now. So before we were RYOT.org, and that takes you to RYOT.HuffingtonPost.com.
Got it. But you're not worried about brand confusion?
We haven't been so far.
And how much of the opportunity, in terms of the way you think about it and the way you think about it, is in simply the way we consume the news versus... Right now, it's the hottest thing going. Every advertiser, marketer out there wants to build some type of VR experience.
Yeah.
Well, I'd just say on the business side of this, the reason that Bryn and his team are really interesting for us is, you look out to 2025, there's going to be 500 million people a year buying VR sets, being involved in VR. And from a business standpoint, it's going to be a $25 to $50 billion industry. If you look at the advertising segment right now, it's the #1 thing getting discussed at the advertising new fronts. It's a $240 billion digital business right now for advertising. VR is the #1 topic this week. And so, Bryn, why don't you talk about RYOT Studios and some of the things you
look, people remember the first time they have a VR experience. So for a brand, that's a really powerful thing. To be able to give somebody that first experience in VR, they remember that. Part of the extraordinary thing about VR is that it sort of registers as not, you're not just watching a digital video, you're having an experience. So that sticks with people. So we've had incredible success up until now with brand partners who we're creating custom content for. And now I think together we're able to distribute that much wider, able to reach new brands, and for us, it's really a dream come true.
What's the barrier to entry in this market? And the reason I ask is it feels like if you can just get the technology, meaning you have the camera and you know how to use it, everybody seems to be jumping into this space.
Well, I think that the barrier of entry right now is high because the cameras are complicated cameras. Every single day they get easier and easier as people are able to sort of make that technology sort of easier to use. But right now it's most of the cameras are a bunch of GoPro cameras on a 3D printed case, right? And so you got to take that footage, you shoot everywhere all around, and then stitch it together. So our whole post-production, transformed so that we could handle this sort of new workflow.
Creating content can be very expensive. We know because that's what we do for a living as well. Are you getting enough advertising dollars to offset what is the cost at this point?
It's been really pretty wonderful for us. Brands are so excited to be able to give people an entirely new experience, one that they can be inside of, and so we're really, really busy, and now even more so.
You will always need disparate feeds of disparate lenses to merge it together for VR. There's no way to take one shot and use some kind of algorithms that could figure out how to what it would look like from different angles.
You've got to be the easiest ones now are 2 cameras, which each have a range of about 190 degrees.
So you only need 2 at this point.
You only need 2, but they're not, to the quality point right now.
You're going to see that.
Well, that's going to be the ultimate when you have 2 cameras that shoot in 4K and self-stitch, and I think we're 8-9 months away from that.
Let me ask you 4K and self-stitch. I'm using that tonight.
You're an advertising guy.
Yeah.
Right now, you can charge enormous premiums for this type of advertising at a time when programmatic advertising and all sorts of are commoditizing the business. So I see the attraction. Do you worry at all? Now, you got to look out. I don't know how far that this ultimately becomes commoditized too.
No, I don't think so, because one is the business that RYOT has really created is about differentiation in everything they do. They've shot VR, I think, in 40 countries, across the globe. And so if you look at where advertising is going, Andrew, advertising is really about scaled experiences and data, and scaled experiences is something that RYOT's brought to the table for the last 4 or 5 years. They got nominated for an Academy Award this year. So when you talk about true scale and differentiations, nothing's bigger than mobile, nothing's bigger than video, and nothing's bigger than where VR is going.
Hey CNBC fans, thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Here you're going to find videos packed with all of the information that you need to be smarter about your finances. You can subscribe by clicking right here and click on all the videos around me or the I right here to watch the latest from CNBC. Thanks for watching.